Welcome to week one of your class. Now, I'd like to tell you right now that this class, 1 hour as it is heavily oriented to what goes on in the communications process. So everything that we talk about is going to be focused on how do you make good communications. We're going to address some things that you may not have considered part of the communication process. And of course, when you have issues with it, I want you to let me know so that we can straighten you out and you can think the way I think, because I obviously think the right way. So, first week, your chore is to look at chapters 1 through 4. And there are going to be 4 distinct but related areas that you need to consider as you do that. First of all, we're going to be looking at your personality. Why does that matter? Well, it matters in how we look at things, how we react to things, how we plan things, how we think about what goes on in the world around us. So your personality is important. I want you to have a good understanding of what goes on. That chapter 1 talks about that. The second thing is, and it's closely tied with that, our ethics are developed by who we are, where we've been, what our education is, what our environment is. All of those things have a bearing on what ethics are. So there's a chapter talking about ethics and ethical behavior. The third chapter is talking about financial intelligence. Now, financial intelligence may mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Simply stated, financial intelligence is giving you the skills to use wisely the financial assets that you have or plan to have. The text talks about it from a personal standpoint. It's important that you understand that there's a relationship between the way you treat yourself and your finances and the way you treat others' finances. Your responsibilities as an accountant are to make sure that the assets of the organization are protected. Protect them as if they were your own, but don't spend them like you were spending your own. And finally, chapter 4 talks about goal setting. Now, if you think these 4 areas are not related, I'm sorry, you missed the boat. But you'll find as we go on that it all works as a package. And as we get into it, you will find out there are things that you need to take care of, and this is a tool to help you take care of that. Now, there are 3 distinct things I need you to take care of by the end of the first week. You'll not be able to move forward with second week requirements until you take care of these. The first, I want you to identify a Toastmasters club in your neighborhood. There are Toastmasters clubs throughout the Metroplex. There are something like 500 in total throughout the Metroplex, but that may be a faulty number. You can go to toastmasters.org and find out about it. In fact, if you want to find one, go into toastmasters.org. There is a link for Find a Club. Put in a zip code and it'll give you a list of clubs that meet at various times in various places so that you can easily determine what one is going to work for you. Now, although you find one that works for you time-wise, you may find after visiting them that you don't like that club at all. Find another one. Clubs are just like any other group of people. They have their own personality, they have their own way of doing things, and sometimes they're just not a good fit for you. So look for that. You need to look them up anyway because you're going to visit one in week 4, I believe. I want you to look up 3 professional accounting organizations. Now, this may be AICPA, it may be the Texas Society of CPAs, it may be the Institute of Certified Management Accountants or the Institute of Management Accountants. It may be the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. It may also be the Association of International Auditors. So you have a choice. Look up any three of them. I want you to compare what they say about ethics. What are their ethical standards? What are the policies that they talk about for ethics? And I want you to then prepare for me what Toastmasters calls an icebreaker. You're going to introduce yourself to the rest of the class. There are 35 or so as I make this video. So I want you to introduce yourself to the class, tell us who you are, what you do, what you expect to get out of this course, apart from the fact that it's a required course. I want you to tell me what you expect to get out of this personally so that you actually benefit from the money you're spending on it. Doesn't have to be long. Make it 2 or 3 minutes would be fine. But I want you to have your script worked out before you sit down to do it. Now, if you have any questions about any of this, you just let me know, because I want you to make sure that you have, in the first place, read the syllabus. Understand what we're talking about here. Syllabus does talk about classroom environment a lot, and we obviously don't have a whole lot of classroom environment here, so don't worry about that. Give me a call if you need to. Send me an email. Use Blackboard, because Blackboard is going to be our primary means of communication apart from anything else that may be going on. I am teaching classes this semester, so I'll be in my office particular hours that are posted in the syllabus. And of course, if you need to see me, I'll make arrangements to see you at times when you can make it, which may be different from times that I just post. Thanks very much. I will be looking forward to talking to you more. Have fun.